Alright, so the first thing I want to talk about is finishing the armbar from close guard. Okay, finishing the armbar from top position is a little easier. It's a little easier to muscle it, I would say. So like go on your back for me, Sean. Come a little more towards this. So finishing the armbar from a top position, like from the mount, you're usually going to be able to finish this one without too much trouble because he doesn't have gravity on his side to help him defend the actual armbar submission. Like from here, even if he has a really strong grip, you could just yank on this all day and eventually his arms are going to get more tired than your back. And I can just pull, and eventually you're going to get it. Most people don't have trouble finishing this armbar per se. But from close guard, finishing this armbar is a little more difficult because they can stack you. And what it comes down to is this top arm, because everyone's going to do this rear naked choke defense the second you try and slap on an armbar. Even from here. Now from here, from top position, it's a little easier, like I said, but it's from when you're on bottom that it's difficult to finish, especially because when you're on bottom and he gets this hook underneath your leg right here, it can be very difficult to break. So I just want to talk about just a real quick little detail I like. We'll use this kind of to warm up. We'll do some arm bars to warm up. So the second you start to set up your arm bar, which I like to set up by controlling the sleeve and the elbow here. And then we put our foot on the hip, turn our hip, lock the calf down over his back, and then once I start to pass my leg over his head, they probably get the idea the arm bar is coming, and that's when they're going to start doing the rear naked choke grip here to defend. Right? Yeah, just like that. You're going to go rear naked choke. So I'm here trying to finish like this, and most of the time he's going to put this hand on the inside. Now I don't really have mobility on my back to extend away, right? Like when we were on top, I can actually lean back and put my weight into finishing the armbar. But from here, if I just extend, I have to use a lot of energy to actually finish this position. But one of the reasons it's so hard to finish is because I'm using this arm through the position here. When I have the arm that's nearest his body through, it can be a lot more difficult to finish because my left arm really isn't doing anything and it's not helping me very much. So that's one key mistake that a lot of people make when they're trying to finish the armbar from bottom, is using the arm that's nearest his body to hook his arm to actually break the grip, because this left arm really isn't doing anything. And it can't really help me too much to actually finish the position either. So one thing I want you guys to start doing when you're setting up the armbar position, when I'm here and I start to actually bring my leg up and over, I want you to weave this hand through. You're just going to replace the position like this. So instead of having my right arm through, I'm going to have this left arm through. So now even when he goes for his rear naked choke defense, this arm on the inside, here, like this. Now what this allows me to do is it allows me to have this arm free for me to hook his leg. And not just hook his leg, but this is one key thing that helps, because I can start to off-balance him a little bit easier. It's going to be much more difficult for him to stack me and put pressure on top of me to curl me up. It's because I can extend my legs and bring his balance off, and he can't base up to his right shoulder or with his right arm, because that's the one getting arm bar. And this sort of can just help me extend him away and take away his ability to stack me, because that's where he really is going to get his defensive power, is by trying to stack me up on my shoulders like that, because this is where a lot of people are very weak. And it can make it so you want to let go of the position. I may have to let go because I'm actually uncomfortable from getting stacked. But if you hook this bottom leg here, and I start to just extend my hips, see how it off balances him? This can make it a lot easier to finish. So what I like to do is I always like to make sure that I have the furthest side arm, so it would be the same side arm. When I'm setting up the actual armbar position, I just want to make sure that this arm is the one that goes through to finish the armbar. Okay? Now it's tempting for people to use this arm because that's the arm where taut goes over, right? And it's just going to stay there when you actually finish the armbar. But you're kind of you're messing yourself up, because this whole hand can't really do anything. What can I do with this hand to actually help me with this position? I can kind of peel at his arm, but it's going to be tough if he has it super locked in. So just as a general rule, you want to be using all of your limbs, right? We've got them, so we might as well use them. So when I'm here and I start to set up the armbar position, just make sure that you're bringing your other hand through as you go to finish the position. I like to underhook the leg immediately, here. Okay? Also, one thing I want to keep in mind is if he gets this rear naked choke grip behind my knee, when I actually go here over the head, it's going to make it a lot more difficult for me to finish as well. So something to keep in mind is as you're setting up the position, making sure that you keep your knee stuck to his face the whole time, so it's harder for him to actually reach his hand inside, here. Now, if I feel uncomfortable with reaching my arm underneath, or I can't reach it because his knees are tight or something like that, I still have this arm to help me finish the position. I like to reach and just grab this hand and I pull it across
and down and hug it like this. So I can take away his ability to use the rear naked choke grip. All I have to do is just reach, grab at the thumb and finger area, not individually, but you want to grab everything at once, and just pull it across. And then we can finish the armbar from there. Okay? So just a quick little detail, using the opposite hand to go through, and underhooking the leg. If you feel like you can't underhook, you can use that hand to peel the arm across and shove it to your hip to finish. Any questions on that? Just really simple to start, a couple details. We'll go 3 times back and forth, or until I say stop, whichever comes first, and we'll work from there, okay? So let's clap on 3, guys. 1, 2, 3, let's.